And here we are, back with more expensive cardboard. I wanted to do a little follow-up video to my first Magic the Gathering video I think I made. Yeah, I did a couple sports cards videos about a year ago when I started to get back into collecting. And yeah, so this is the follow-up to the collector box right there. First off, let me start this video by saying I talked a lot about not getting any poster cards in the opening of this box. A person that watched the video was nice enough to leave a comment and remind me that there is no poster cards in here. So my complaining was for nothing. I've watched probably hundreds of these videos between Rudy and random people opening these boxes, and I probably should have known that there was no posters in here, but I guess I've been watching mostly special editions, and that's what I was going into the store to buy. So I guess I had my mind set on posters, and it was a losing battle because there was none in here. So this video is simply a little follow-up to all the cards that I sleeved up and top-loaded from this box. So we can get rid of that empty box, which I'm saving. And here's the stack. So this is a mix and decent enough. I mean, you'll see once you hear the numbers, but so these are all the cards I did. And like I said, my main goal with collecting Magic cards in general, it's going to be a mix of art, and then obviously money cards are going to be kept, because if they're money cards that are worth money and I'm not going to use them or play with them, I'm probably going to end up selling them so I can continue to go out and buy sealed product, because I'm not made of money, and no matter what, if you're buying anything on the regular, this is going to turn into an expensive hobby. And yeah, so just a reminder, once again, these cards, it's kind of a weird situation that I wasn't that upset about the numbers, because I use gift cards from Christmas. So I'll go more into that after, but let's start going through the cards. I went on TCG Player and I just looked up everything in this stack. So obviously the ones that I didn't even buy, if it's under $1, which is only one card on the list that even applies, yeah, it's listed as art. So we'll just go through them. So here we go. Isildur's Fateful Strike. According to this, my chart, this is simply for art. Obviously this is one of the big things in the movie, and I'm all about black mana, so that's a good looking card. So that is strictly for the art pile. Next up, Mary, Esquire of Rohan. Once again, this card's not worth anything according to my list, and I simply sleeve this for the art. It's in foil. It's a good looking card. That's all I gotta say. Next up, Minas Tirith. Once again, this card, according to TCG Player, is worth about $2.38. This is the, what's that, 341? Sorry, a little hard to see through the phone. But yeah, just simply, I don't think this is, nope, this is non-foil, but this is still, that's a beautiful looking card, so not upset about that at all. Next up, Mirkwood Bats. Definitely not worth any money, but when I pulled this, I just said that is just with the foiling, and I mean, you get a bat stack, I mean, why wouldn't you put this in it? Because it's, I mean, it's just cool. So sleeved up, top loaded, simply for the art, not worth anything. Next up, the Black Breath. Okay, so you can actually see this card better through the phone, in the phone camera, because in person, it's so dark. I don't have amazing lighting down here, but still, like, you can, this looks like a black, like, just, it's just a massive black on the card when you look at it in person. And yes, it's through a top loader and it's through a penny sleeve, but it literally looks better on the phone camera than it does in person, because it's just so dark. But it's still a pretty sweet art card, so sleeve that one up. According to my list, Pure Art, Claim the Precious. Just another cool scene. I mean, Lord of the Rings growing up, I was born in the early 90s, so I'm in my 30s now, and Lord of the Rings was definitely a badass series to go to the movie theaters and watch. And, you know, this is where the rings started to take over, because that's a dead little hobbit in the back. So cool little art card, saving it. Not worth anything again. Well, a bunch of these first ones are just pure art. So Nasty End, once again, pure, just, that's just a cool looking card. I mean, so that's going into the art pile. Rise of the Witch King. Again, not worth anything. Listed as art on my list, and just a cool card. So, yep. Next up, another art card, the Mouth of Sauron. Just, once again, cool card. Throwing it, sleeved it, thrown it into a binder, thrown it somewhere. Strictly for the art. Another art card, Morgul, Knife Wound. This is when Mr. Frodo gets the old stabbing up on top of the tower where they meet. That's when they meet Aragorn for the first time in the movie, I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong. Or maybe that's when they find out he was following them. I haven't watched the movies in a while, but yeah, just a cool card. Schmeagol, Helpful Guide. Once again, not worth 98 cents actually. I apologize. So looking at my list. Okay, I gotta ask you guys if anyone's watching this, and maybe someone is because they helped me with the whole poster thing. A lot of these are foil, but I'm pretty sure the Surge foil is very noticeable from what I saw in the movies. So, I mean the movies on YouTube. So, is there a normal foil as well, or are all of these foil cards? I don't think they're considered Surge. I think it's just a collector's foil. So, 98 cents for that one. Next up, all right, now we're getting into the first of a few money cards, I guess, and I will show you the total at the end. Raise the Palisade. According to the TCG player, for the extended art, we're looking at about $17 for this one. So definitely cool art. I mean, blue mana, nothing. This one might be, we'll see. This one might go up on eBay because, you know. Next up, Flame of Anor. According to TCG player, this is worth $5. Definitely some cool art. I mean, it's a good looking card. It's sleeved up. We'll see what I do with that one. All right, so next one is Aragorn the Uniter, but right behind it is another Aragorn the Uniter. So this one over here, foil. This one over here, plain. According to TCG player, the unfoil one is worth $9.71, and the once again, I don't know if it's considered a Surge or just a normal foil, but I listed both these at $9.71. I'll probably post one of the unfoil one. Why would I keep that if I have this one? So I'll probably list this one, see if I can get a couple bucks for it. So next two, Aragorn the Uniter. Fix my pile. I'm looking through my camera only, so that's what. All right. Last March of the Ents. According to TCG player, $12.89, and it is in foil. Another cool looking card. And here it is. The One Ring. As I said in my previous video, I had already bought a gift bundle for $100, and you get the 4 scene cards. So I did send one of these off for grading with SGC already. Should be back within the next week or two. Actually, it's with my friend and his shop. So once that comes back, I'll definitely post the video of what I got sent back from SGC. And there is also a Wheel of Fortune from Revised. There's a Lightning Bolt from Revised. There's a couple other cards that I sent out there, and I'll definitely make a video about that Wheel of Fortune because that's kind of the reason that I got back into collecting Magic cards in 2017. So, yep. All right, next up, the Nazgul, and I was hoping to get at least, one or two of these. Once again, this is another one that in person, it looks pretty dark, but once again, I am downstairs. I don't have the best lighting, but through the phone, it is absolutely perfect. And I did just get this phone the other day. It is a iPhone 15 Plus, so it is definitely a good camera. But yeah, Nazgul, $7.28 for this version, which is $3.32. So definitely a cool card. I'll be keeping this. I might actually buy the rest of the Nazguls off TCG player because they're badass. So yeah, I wouldn't mind having a set of those. Maybe send them off to SGC. Next up, Minas Morgul, and I was watching another video of someone opening cards, and they opened the cereal version of this. It's a lot of money. This one right here, $22 for this one. I wish it was foil because that's definitely a pretty card. I mean, yeah, so $22 for that. Argonath, Pillars of the Kings. This one is $32.99. So this was actually, besides the One Ring, this was the biggest pull of my box. So not foil, but yeah, it was a pretty good pull. Definitely, basically paid for that pack. Not really, because I think packs are considered $40 a pop minimum. So, yep, $30.99. Sauron the Dark Lord. This was a showcase scrolls. This is listed as, I had it as $2. The Surge foil is $9. I don't think that this is Surge foil, so I'm listing this as $2. Once again, I apologize. Haven't opened enough boxes and seen them in person to fully know what Surge foils look like, but I honestly don't know if I got any in this stack. So if you can confirm that I have 0 Surge foils in here, that'd be great. But yeah, so definitely a cool art card. I'm keeping this. I mean, that's pretty sweet. So Palantir of Orthanc, I guess you would say. This is a foil, and this was listed at $10. So sleeved it up. My basic rules for cards with top loaders, I like to keep it above $5 if I'm going to throw it in a top loader. But if it's anything I'm going to keep for my own collection, I don't care if it's 5 cents. I'm going to throw it in a top loader. So once again, Palantir was 10. 3 rings for the Elven Kings. Just a cool, I really wish this was foil. Obviously, the cereals versions of this is going for big money. I've seen them on eBay. But yeah, just a cool looking card. Definitely keeping that one for myself. This is listed at $5.50 for this version, so not bad. Bridge of Khazad Dûn. Obviously, pretty big scene from the movies. Pretty sure. Remind me, but that's the one that old Gandalf fell off of. So, yeah, this is listed at $10. Non-foil from what I'm seeing. Yep, non-foil, but still a pretty cool art card. But yeah, it's not the most amazing art in the world, so we'll see if I keep it, but it's still cool. All right, this card, Barrow Down. This was what I had in the Relic, the box topper. So I have this listed at $18. So yeah, that was, yeah. It's nothing crazy. So this definitely this card doesn't, I don't, it might be good to play with. Yeah. Yeah, get rid of your whole player's graveyard. So yeah, it's a strong card, and that's definitely why it's holding the $18 value. So we'll see. And it's, you know what? Adds black mana. Might have to hold on to it, but for now, put it in the pile. And last but not least, Mithril Coat non-foil, listed at $8. So yeah, this is 12 minutes of me talking about cards that I pulled out of the box, but that is the stack from the Lord of the Rings Collectors Box. It was my first one I ever opened. So if we want to talk about totals, the total of value, dollars, that is in here, $212.93. Now, once again, if you went to the store and you spent $400 of your hard-earned money, you would not be very happy with those numbers. Yes, there is all the additional cards that came in there. There's a couple other mythics that didn't have any money value and stuff like that, but you're not making up $180 with the rest of those cards. So 100% you would have lost money on this box. So that is if you paid the $400 market price that was going the day I picked up this box. Not gonna lie, as I said in my video, I went in there looking for a special edition because he told me he was out of the collector's boxes. He told me he was out, and why? He had no reason to lie to me. He just didn't know. And then he found this when he told me he was out of special edition. He said, "I'll go look one more time," and he found one of these. He sold me this the day it was worth $400. He sold me this for $295. He gave me the same price he was going to sell me the special edition for. So, I mean, this could have been crazy. This could have been an amazing box. I could have gotten huge value out of this, but I'm not upset because, like I said, it wasn't my money. It was plastic gift cards from Christmas, so it's whatever. This is all profit. Once again, 200. Let me show you the screen. It's right there. There you go. I'll show you guys the work I did before I started the video. But that's my list right there, going through everything. And yeah, so I just wanted to give everyone the breakdown of what was in the box. I can't believe this is almost 15 minutes long, but if you like looking through the cards, leave me a like, a comment. If you know anything that I don't know, like the last people in my last video, please let me know. And thank you to the people, like I said, that made comments on my last video and helped me out by telling me I'm an idiot thinking that there was posters. All right, I'm signing off. I'll have more videos coming up soon, either product or going over some of my other cards. Hopefully SGC will be coming back soon. I sent off 11 cards, so I will review those 11 cards on camera. I think it was like half and half. I had some hockey cards and I had Magic cards. So yeah, we'll go over those. If you lasted this long, thank you very much. Krim signing out. Thanks.